A lot of my work happens here, and as a designer and content creator, it is so important for me to select accessories that not only look good, but are really functional in a way that either improves the quality of my work or saves me a lot of time. Over the years, these accessories have changed to either reflect my new interests or my needs. So, I'm Oge, and here are 7 desk accessories that improve the way I work, with one bonus item I think is a game changer. Starting with the main and largest item on this list, my monitor. I primarily use an ultra-wide monitor at my desk because it suits my needs, and this 40-inch LG monitor, specifically the 40W95C, is perfect, not only because it's wide, but also because it is color accurate with deep blacks. It's not an OLED monitor, but a 5K 2K monitor with features that makes it easy to use, like picture-in-picture and useful ports including a Thunderbolt 4 port. As someone who's either designing products, doing some research, or editing videos daily for this channel and social media, it helps my workflow that I can see more within a single view than constantly having to switch between windows. While editing, I can see more of my timeline in one view, and sometimes I can also have another window off to the side of my editing software without any trouble. Right above my monitor is my webcam, the Opal C1. Previously, about 2 years ago, I had a camera here which gave me a really high quality image over video calls, but decided to change that setup because having a magic arm with the weight of my camera attached to my monitor arm just felt like a disaster waiting to happen. So, a year ago, I started looking for a webcam with DSLR qualities and found the Opal C1. I love the design and look of this webcam, but something interesting happened. Just after I decided to get one, I got an email from a contact at Opal to try the C1 for a social media collaboration video. Anyways, I haven't changed this webcam since trying it because it's great. It offers a similar high quality image, but with a much easier setup and compact size. Using the Opal Composer app, I can manually customize the appearance and quality of the image over video calls. And while the onboard microphone on the C1 is okay, I'd rather use a dedicated microphone for a couple of important reasons. Now, it doesn't have to be a super expensive microphone, but a good quality microphone is really important to me. Not just for video calls, but also for high quality audio for video content across my YouTube channel and social media platforms. For that, I have the Electro Voice RE20 attached to the Elgato low profile microphone arm. The Electro Voice RE20 is a dynamic cardioid microphone that is great at rejecting sound from the back and sides while only focusing on the sound that's in front of it. And I've been told that it's a popular broadcast announcer microphone used in a lot of radio stations, but I don't know about that. After trying a couple of other microphones in the past, which also produced high quality audio, I prefer the overall tone of my voice using the RE20. Now, this is pretty much a personal preference thing, but I will say that I am more happy with this microphone and have no interest in actually trying anything else. Also, this is the microphone that you're currently listening to. I have my microphone connected to the Rodecaster Duo in white to match my desk setup. What can I say? I'm committed to the theme. Anyways, this is the single most versatile audio interface I have ever used. It has saved me the most time editing videos because I do not need to fiddle with fixing my audio quality in post, which has now further streamlined my process. Believe it or not, on some days it gets really busy outside my window with construction work going on, and having a really good microphone connected to the Rodecaster Duo helps me take full advantage of its high quality sound. Setting this up was way easy. Connect the microphone to the device and then select the kind of microphone it is, and that's it. It automatically applies the most suitable preset for the microphone connected. Now, of course, you can further customize the sound if you have your custom presets or if you're an audio professional and know a lot about microphones and sounds. But all of this is done directly in the Rodecaster Duo. I usually have this connected to my camera when recording videos for Instagram, but it is super important that you have the in-camera audio turned all the way down to 1 to avoid any problems with your camera. Moving on to the last item I have connected to the Rodecaster Duo, my speakers. For my birthday last year, I gifted myself these pair of Yamaha HS5 studio monitors in white, and I love them. I upgraded from the Kanto U4s mainly because I'd like to go back to learning to produce music, mostly lo-fi music for now, not professionally or anything, but just as a hobby. And so I wanted a pair of studio monitors as opposed to desktop speakers, which is what the Kanto U4s are. Also, I needed to use the Kanto U4s at a different setup that I'm working on. I love the HS5s, but I originally was going for the HS8s, which has a much fuller bass and overall tone, but I decided that the HS5s were the more practical speakers, especially for my desk and room size. Now, this isn't a large room and neither is it soundproof, so I'd hate to disturb anyone around me. I have these speakers connected to the Rodecaster Duo using these auxiliary to quarter-inch cables for the highest sound quality possible. As someone who loves beautifully designed products and who's constantly tinkering and tweaking things, you can say that I've fallen deep into the rabbit hole that is custom mechanical keyboards. Custom mechanical keyboards have been an obsession of mine, and this hobby has a way of satisfying my tinkering tendencies. A recent addition to my collection is the Mode 65 by Mode Designs. Now, I love the premium look and feel of this keyboard and the way it fits my desktop aesthetic, especially with this silver and white with the fluted copper accent. Mode Designs have a keyboard configurator on their website that is so intuitive, and it allows you to customize and see the keyboard selections you're making before you actually buy them. Building this keyboard was my first time using polypropylene as my keyboard plate, which gives a different sound compared to my other keyboards where I mostly use materials like palm, FR4, and aluminum. Here's a sound test with my keyboard configurations if you want to build or buy something similar, because Mode does offer a build service where they build your keyboard for you. I mostly prefer tactile switches as they give me the best feedback and typing experience, but I have also tried some linear switches, which I think are fantastic as well. I mean, I could go on and on talking about custom keyboards, keycap designs with their unique typefaces, the build materials and switch combinations that make the deepest thocky sound or brightest poppy sounds, and just the endless customizations that affect the look and typing feel of a keyboard. But that would make this section of the video incredibly long, so let's move on to my favorite physical productivity tool, the Ogmonk Analog. This is a productivity system I've been using for years. Honestly, I've tried digital to-do list apps in the past, but those haven't been the most effective, and here's why. I feel a sense of urgency when I'm facing my to-do list each time I sit at my desk, because they are right at my desk in front of me and not on my phone or anywhere else that's totally out of my sight. When I need to get work done, I'm constantly faced with the urgency of completing each task. And to be honest, I feel really good when I complete my tasks and knock them off my to-do list, which is why this has been a staple accessory at my desk setup. And finally, the bonus accessory I mentioned at the beginning. This is the Anker Prime charging station, and I cannot talk about this enough. Now, this video isn't sponsored by Anker or any of the other brands I mentioned earlier. I'm honestly making this video because these are desk accessories that I love and have positively improved my productivity. Now, this device is a really important accessory if you're like me and you have a lot of devices you charge on a daily basis. I don't keep this at my desk setup, but rather at my Tinker station because of the amount of devices that I charge at the same time. Doing this at my setup would make it excessively cluttered all the time. But if you're someone who mostly has few devices that need to be charged at the same time, then this is definitely a must-have accessory for your desk setup for a couple of reasons. One is the fact that this is a charging station with a total of 250 watts, with the ability to set a priority mode for one of its 4 USB-C ports so that it can deliver 140 watts in a fast charge mode to any device connected to it. It's also got a display with an AI power mode that automatically delivers the amount of power needed by each device connected to it, with these fast charge cables from Anker as well. And that's it. These are my favorite desk accessories that improve both the way I work and the quality of my work. I will link all the items in the description below as usual, and that being said, I'll catch you in the next video.